Hi everyone, and welcome back to Checkmate the Matrix, another show for you. And today I'm going to introduce a good friend of mine from up the northeast, up here in this nice cold windy weather that we're having. And this is Paul Wilcock. Now, this guy, so we've met him quite a few times. We go down to one of our local markets where he has a stall where he runs his business there on crystals and healing, which is called Hands for Healing. So, we want to actually give him a shout. We've got some great events coming up that we want to actually promote with him as well. So I would just like to say hi and welcome to Paul. How are you doing?
Hi, Peter. Thank you very much. I'm doing really well. Yeah, we have got a pretty exciting year this year to go through. We've got a few events and lots of things happening. Lots of conscious camps and lots of raising of vibrations this year, I see.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Last time we were chatting, you showing me the route that you're going to be going all year. It's like you're a traveling nomad on there. But what I'd like to do is let's just give us a background on yourself. How basically, let's just call it how you started the spiritual side and what happened to you. And you don't have to go into any too personal stuff. But give us a background and then how it progressed and how you got to where we are now, okay?
So for me, life was kind of very 3D mundane until I was 35. I'd gone through quite a lot of shit in life. And I was 36, 35 when I was drawn to Stonehenge and had a major out-of-body experience, which changed my whole life. I kind of got gifted, or I went up into the ether, shall we say, and I downloaded lots of how can I call it? Just I had lots of downloads in how life actually is, how energy is, how the world works. It's pretty hard to kind of tell a lot of people about, what life is when they've been stuck in the matrix for so long, and then to kind of have some kind of out-of-body experience and realize that everything we knew was pardon the language. So yeah, I had a massive out-of-body experience in 2016, which changed everything. I got my Reiki psychology downloads. I got hypnotherapy, all the mind stuff just coming down. I got precession of the equinox, how the rotation of the stars works, and it was just kind of magnificent. Changed everything. From there, I opened up Hands of Healing. I started making organs and changing energy. Let's see if I've actually got any. I've got a few kicking around, but don't worry about it. Yeah, so from there you go.
Yeah.
So yes, I started
on the charger
making
base as well. It's got the charger base on it, so
amazing.
Make sure it. And actually, saying that as well, I also have the little one I got from you as well.
That was amazing. So I am going to mix. I've got to make some more for the summer tour, because once I leave in the next, God, I think it's going to be about 6 weeks before I'm off for the summer, and then I'll be around the country doing all the events. So I do need to make some more organ. But yeah, that was my journey. 2016, I kind of, like I say, changed everything, my whole life. Changed from, as I say, low vibrations, drug abuse, everything, addiction, everything that the world offers. I was part of it. I've gone through ADHD. I've gone through childhood. It's just all there. So I've pretty much experienced what goes on in the world in normal people's lives. So it gave me a great platform in which to start healing from. So I did start doing my Reiki back in 2017. I launched, as I say, Hands of Healing as my journey, just to document where I've been and where I'm going, and just to share that with the world. It's been quite a powerful journey. I do love to travel now and going do the events, move around the country. Like you say, Timemouth was the first port of call. I started doing the crystals and the pyramids at Stonehenge, at Timemouth, and then from there we introduced the healing tent. As I grew, we put more crystals on, and it was just amazing. I think lockdown didn't help.
Didn't help anyone, did it? Didn't help anyone apart from the MPs making billions of pounds off us. Apart from them, it didn't help bloody anybody, that's for sure.
No, I think coming back from COVID and kind of think, no, everyone's going to need some healing and everyone's going to need crystals. Yeah, so getting back and then kind of a whole new market and things really started to change. So that's when I started to really think about hitting the road. And then last summer was pretty amazing. Obviously, I think it was May that I decided that enough was enough, and I'd stepped right into the magic, and I ended up going to one of the festivals, which just changed everything again. It was like, yes, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be going out and I need to be helping everyone all around the country, all the festivals, just raising the vibration. That's been pretty much the purpose.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I want to just say to everybody, just while you're talking. Obviously, Paul has a stall, and he now and again he has a tent. It's very political, as every walk of life. But if you ever get yourself up to the northeast of England, I recommend thoroughly going to a little town. It is a town, is it? Is it big enough to be called a town?
Yeah.
All right, they're called Timemouth, which is right on the mouth of the River Tyne, just as you're going in towards Newcastle. It is an amazing place. It is beautiful, right? You can walk right the way along the actual river, right from the river mouth. They have a pier there that you can walk along. Don't go when it's windy because plenty of people get washed away. You've got the priory there, lots of history, which I actually pretty much think was destroyed by Henry VIII and is to hide the history, our real true history. But anyway, let's not go down there yet. And inside there, there's we used to have train stations that they now converted to metro stations, they call them, which is like the tube station underground in London, but ours is better, smaller, but better. And inside the station, it's really an old, I think it's a pretty looking Victorian, very, very attractive station. If you ever get the chance, you're there on a Saturday or a Sunday, get down to that market there as well. And there's some couple of brilliant restaurants, even inside the actual train station, the marketplace. So anyway, but on saying that, so if you do get there, go and visit Paul. But can you just give us a little bit of insight now to what is going to be going on at Newcastle Racecourse, another famous place up in the northeast, in April? Give us the dates and what to expect.
So Newcastle is the 6th and 7th of April. We normally have 2 Newcastle events. So this is going to be the 5th one, but we couldn't get the date towards the back end for a 3-day. So unfortunately, it's just one this year, which is coming up in April, as I say. So we do have readers, mediums, psychics, healers. We have crystals. We have all different types of spiritual wares, all going to be there. As I said, there'll be lots of different modalities to choose from for healing. There's going to be talks on. There's 2 talk areas. Hopefully, you're going to be there doing a talk for us as well. I will put that way. So yeah, it's going to be 2 days. It's £5 per day, or if you're going for the 2 days, it is £8 for the weekend ticket. There is parking, so it's quite accessible. Like I say, there is loads of amazing community members from around the country joining us with the Lysian events team. So yeah, it's going to be an amazing one. I will have my full gazebo. I'll have the full stall there. I'll have the healing. So I want to say I'll have the pod as well, but as I was unloading the pod back into the unit, I kind of broke the fuse unit, which is located just on the outside of it. So I've kind of sheared all of that off. So I need to get an electrician to have a look at it and redo. So the pod should be there in time. If not, I'll just be doing the Reiki chakra balance.
Fingers crossed, yeah. But you'll be having your healing on anyway. So
the healing will be on anyway. The healing is, and you'll have
your crystal stall as well.
Crystals will be there. I think I'll have a few bits with got some resin lights, and I'll have some copper jewelry that Adam is doing. So I've kind of collaborated with the guys, because obviously when we go away, we're going to have lots to do. So there's 3 of us going away. I'm going to collaborate and just bring up the energy that way.
Okay. I mean, fingers crossed, it happens like that I can actually get on and give a talk as well. But there are some great talkers that have been to the other events that I've actually attended, which I think that this will be like, is this the 3rd year?
It's the 3rd year, the 5th one, yeah.
I can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. It's a great venue. Like you say, there's plenty parking, and that is an issue when you go to some of these events. You know, you've got to park like 4 or 5 miles away. It's actually inside Newcastle Racecourse. It's called Gosforth Park because it's in the town of Gosforth, part of Newcastle. But it's fantastic. I mean, you've got huge amounts of parking everywhere. You've got beautiful walks in the woods around it, if that's what you were so inclined. Go and hug some trees. That's good for your energy. But the event itself, we've met some amazing people in there, you know, from like animal communicators and healers like yourself, but also, although we didn't meet you there, but we went to the event because of you. But can I just ask you, okay, now, obviously, we find that the work that we do and providing the information that we provide, it's like, you know, it does kind of make people more aware of the reality of the world that we actually exist in, because it certainly isn't what most normies, let's call them, that, you know, believe. But now you're on a different mindset altogether to them. But it's more of like a spiritual side, an open side. But can you give me your kind of like inkling, even if a knowledge of sort of like the Matrix as it was, like the actual the demonic side as well as the actual scam and fraudulent side?
So, like you say, I do have a completely different mindset. I went from being in the Matrix, like I say, being fighting for life with finance, with money, with jobs, with, like I say, depression, anxiety, drug use, all of the whole thing that we get trapped inside of. When I had my out-of-body experience, I seen the world from a completely different point of view. We are creators of reality. We are co-creators of this whole world. What thoughts we have and what energy we pick up is it creates our own reality in which we are a part of a collective infinite reality. So I can quite easily baffle someone's mind that's not ready for it. So I have to kind of help people through a different way. But there is very much a trap in which we are sucked into. There is a societal load of bullshit going on in which we are trapped in. So when we step into our power, we override all of the bullshit that we are currently creating through our subconscious, through all the programming, what I call the candy floss. Once we start clearing ourselves and waking up to that, we realize what the world is, how energetically magnificent it is. But we also realize that there are people stealing our power. There are people stealing our money and our ability to live a life on this earth. So as much as we can send out love and light to everyone, there is also a very big shadow aspect to reality itself, which we have to look into. I know I've put this off for a long time, looking at all of the stuff and going through it with you, because I was quite fearful of all of the impact of what all this means. And I think a lot of people do. They look at things, go, oh, that can't be right, and they push it off and they put themselves into a deeper pit themselves. And I've been, so everything that the world's going through, I seem to be going through it. I seem to have taste as I'm going through. I feel all the energies of everything that everyone is going through. So yeah, it's a pretty messed up energetic soup that we are all lost in. We're all swimming in it, not realizing what we are doing. We're all distracted. And for thousands of years.
Yeah, I mean, the distraction. I love that term, candy floss. I'm going to use that myself. I'm going to steal that off you. Like existing in the candy floss of your mind, because that's what they do. I think that would be a good sort of like, I don't know, an allegory to say, well, what they're going to do is they're just going to stuff your mind with candy floss, so you don't pay attention to actually what's going on. And you know, I mean, it's you know, I tell you what, it's like everybody's they're all gonna have their own separate red pill. Do you know what I mean? Because
every path is different.
Now, yeah, exactly. I mean, I've switched my phone off because, you know, I never get phone calls, but someone will ring me when I'm on here. But all you got to do is go and look on there, go on to like TikTok, right? Now, you know, they've just banned it in the US. Why? What? It's like, you know, are you trying to tell me that Facebook and Google don't spy on you? Are you mad? Right? So like TikTok spies worse, right? Absolute bullshit. You know, they've moved most of the servers and the headquarters into the United States. So you can't actually tell me, oh, we're scared of them, we need to ban them. It's because you're showing too much of what's going on in the Middle East, right? They're actually showing the murder and everything that's going on there. All them babies and getting killed in it for self-defense. My fucking arse it is, right? That's why it's getting blocked. But anyway, I don't want to go on a rant too much, but on the red pill side, everybody's got their own separate red pill. Now, if again, because of this, right, you're seeing a lot of stuff going on about the farmers. Do you see any of it anywhere?
Yeah.
It's like madness, isn't it? You just don't see anything. Have you ever seen it like on any reports anywhere on, like, I call it the lamestream media, right? Have you ever seen anything on there at all?
No. To be fair, I mean, I don't even watch media anymore. I went into a place. I think there's a place where we need to heal, where we switch off. But then there's also a part where we come back and we go, what the fuck's actually going on? Like, this world is being like, so if we are all creating the same thing, we are all being brainwashed into believing that the world is this way right now, right? If we get to a point where we go, hold on, if we're creating this, why don't we all just fucking change our thoughts on it? Why don't we start to reprogram reality? Why don't we take away their power, you know? And as a community, as a collective, we can do that. They're taking all of our power to create the world that they want to see. So by putting stuff into media, by putting things in that they want you to believe so that you create a reality with that in it, how about we say no? How about we say, let's have peace in this world. Let's have some love in this world. Let's tell you what, let's stop fighting. Let's put the guns down for a minute and just think about what we're doing. Like, we are all in the same boat. We are all part of this world. There is no difference. There is no separation between us. And when we realize that, we're killing ourselves. I don't get it. So yeah, all of this power struggle, and that's all it's about. It's about power. It's about our power, and taking it from us and using it to create that world. But anyway,
take you back to the Wizard of Oz, right? I mean, that's what we're basically living in the Wizard of Oz, and we just need to pull back the curtain and see the silly old man sit behind it, pulling the levers, filling everybody full of fear. Okay, and I'm not saying for one second that the horrors that are going on all over the world are not going on. Of course they are, but it's all there to actually harden the trap that you're in. Because don't get me wrong, I've been saying this for over 40 years. We live on a prison planet. I don't even think we should be here. I think we've been put here by other places and trapped in here with a firmament over the top. And there's a couple of doors to get out of it, right? Well, and I'm not talking about, like leaving the planet, killing yourself. But, I reckon you can probably get out if you go along to the Arctic and open a door. And that's why you're not allowed in it, But again, I don't want to get too carried away. But
I got that.
Why not? But you just said there as well, what the fuck, right? I'm just going to give a mention there as well. We've got an event. If you get the chance to go, Paul, you've got to go. And it's like in Cumbria. It's in Workington. Right. And I think, I can't remember, it's the give me a look, actually, it's in the 3rd or 4th of May, something like that, right? It's the 3rd, 4th and 5th of May, and it's they call it the WTF. It means the Weekend Truth Festival is what it means. Nice. Okay, but I mean, there's going to be a lot of people there, and they're going to be like healers there, like yourself, and like I don't know exactly who's going. I'm going to definitely go. There's some brilliant speakers that are going. Matt Letizia is going to be going along there. Yeah, and he's going to be putting on a chat with people and everything like that. One of my really good friends, Mark Atwood, he's going to be there. He's got a big channel. I'm doing a chat with him tonight. Actually, we're going live. But that there, if anyone gets a chance, go along to Workington. You just Google it, I would presume. WTF, WTF in Cumbria. But just thought I'd get that in. But it'd be great to see you there as well, though, Paul.
Yeah, I think I'm actually busy that weekend. I think I'm in the lakes doing Witch of the Lakes Festival. So I'll be doing the.
It's right next to it, then.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just it's in Cumbria. Just out. Look, I don't know exactly the geographical side. Yeah. I'll shout over to you.
Right. Oh. Class. Yeah, so I am in the lakes that week, so that'd be nice if I could.
So where's the next event that you're going to?
So that I have, I've got a massive. This is my scribble one. But yeah, I've got Newcastle as the next main one for April. Then I'm going to climb a mountain in the Lake District for Scott's birthday. Apparently, he wants to be up on the top of the mountain for sunrise on his birthday. So we're going to do a night hike to the lakes. Then I've got a Stafford before the lakes that weekend. Then I've got Fairy Fest. I've got some witchy festivals in. I've got Elemental, the Healing Weekend. I've got the Summer Solstice for 3 Wishes. I'm also doing Maui Wowie in Norfolk, which is like a rave, big festival, kind of spiritual rave. And then I'm going to do my St. Michael's Leyline tour. This tour I've been trying to do for 6-7 years. So I finally penciled it in. I'm going to start from Maui Wowie is in Norfolk, but then we go down to Lowestoft and make the way down through the St. Michael's Leyline for 3 days. Then that leads us into Wales. We've got a few more events there. It's going to be a pretty special summer.
Definitely keeping yourself busy then, eh?
Yeah. So I'll be leaving probably April and coming back September.
Wow. It's like a UK tour.
So the van's just been in for MOT and for upgrades. It's having the engines getting redone, so it's got more torque. So I'm going to take the caravan. Obviously, the pod will be repaired by then, so there'll be like a healing tour. So there'll be like a few of us, and it'll just be amazing again. Like all of these different festivals. I've still got about 3 or 4 weekends to fill while I'm actually away. I'm sure they'll fall in. Nothing's springing out to mind at the minute, but it's looking pretty epic. I mean, last year was awesome without planning. So this year I'm hoping it's just going to be spectacular. But yeah, also I need to say as well, at Newcastle, I am actually doing my Candy Floss analogy talk about how we walk through the energy field of this earth. So that's going to be there. I will be doing my Candy Floss and healing talk at most of the festivals that I go to as well. So like a group session, come along, listen to how I see the world for you in my Candy Floss analogy, and then we're going to do some healing and take away and remove the layers of Candy Floss. Because once you go through life, obviously you think that you are this big pot of Candy Floss, all these beliefs that everyone's taught you, all the things that schools taught, all the shit that we pick up along the way. We actually start thinking that's us. In the end, we think we are the big ball of fluffy Candy Floss, and we start adding to it ourselves. Say, oh, this, and this. It's all, that's what I am. Now I'm going to add more to it, more bullshit, more, until we have a mystical experience and realize that we were always just the stick, and that stick is a magic wand. You are the magic. So yeah, I will be doing that Candy Floss analogy this year through various places. So please do come anywhere that I am. Have a sample and a healing session. It's all good.
Is there a website where people can go and look for the Newcastle event at the racecourse on the 6th and 7th of April?
Right. So it is lizianevents.org. So it's Lizian, lizianevents.org. And on there you'll
lizianevents.org. I will put it in the description, so don't panic if you're trying to write it down, people. Put it in there, and fingers crossed. I mean, I'll be there no matter what anyway, so I'll be up there having a look around the place. I love the race course. I've never ever went up to watch horses.
No, I've never been to watch horses.
There's loads of other events go on there, so it's good to go along. But I'll be there. And if you get a chance, go onto the website. I'll put it in the description as well, and get yourself along. Go and visit Paul there, and have a look at the other stalls as well, because it will be a fantastic event. Have you got your own website or that we can put on as well?
So mine is handsofhealing.com. I am terribly illiterate with most technology, so it's not great. I've done my best, but yeah, it's handsofhealing.com, and that's a R4 as a numerical.
Okay. Again, I'll put the link in the description anyway. But hands are for healing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mainly use my Facebook. I am trying to expand now to a point because I'm not very good with tech, and well, as I say, dyslexic and ADHD kind of put a lot of shit on that. But yeah, it's getting there.
Well, we'll put a link on for your Facebook as well, so people can get in touch with you there as well.
That's
and obviously, like what we do now, the video stuff, it's always good to go and connect with other people. And let's face it, we all need to develop ourselves. There's pointless you, right? This is the thing that probably I get like most annoyed at, and people like saying, "Oh, I've woke up, right, or I'm awake now to the fraud, and now the first thing I need to do is to go and stop paying me council tax and fight them all and like smash the council." What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
right. This is a spiritual actual experience, right? What we need to do is we need to develop far more into the spirituality of it, connecting with source, going back to the beginning. Okay, not saying like, oh, I need to go and smack the council in, and I need to go and stop paying all my bills and everything, and then you end up losing your house, and then people say, well, that wasn't very clever. Come on, there's so much more to it. And when I hate the word anyway, awake, right? Because awake, right, that's what I go to when I know someone's dead and we have a couple of whiskeys. Let's start becoming more aware. Let's be aware of what's going on, and not just about like, oh, I need to go and smash some council tax, right? Let's have a look at the creator. Let's have a look at the spirituality side. Let's get rid of some of that candy floss.
Love that. Absolutely. And that's the thing. I mean, in this world, in the way that this world works, what we fight against, this was big lessons last year, because I went to some vegan events, and I've tried to be vegan. I went through a lot of that stuff. I also found out that what we fight against, we create more of. The attention that we put on things creates more of it. And actually, when you look at it from a really if you look at it from a different point of view, when you're fighting against something, you're actually creating it in reality just so you can go and fight it.
Yeah.
So we need to start looking at solutions, and we need to start looking at how we can change reality. So this is the current paradigm we have. This is what everyone believes it is right now. So as we start changing the belief and our perception on how the world actually works, how things actually come into fruition, into existence, through manifesting all of the energies into what we want to see next, not what we're fighting against, not what we like have an issue with, because the more that we have an issue with something, the more we're putting it there in front of us in our main bubble of experience. Oh yes, of course it's that way, because that's what I'm fighting against.
Yeah.
So
I just think
we let things go.
Yeah, like stoking a fire, I mean, the more energy you actually put into that fire, then the bigger the fire is going to get, right? You go throw some more energy into it, some more wood or coal, it's energy, right? So then it's going to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So the more that you pay attention to the false narratives that they put out, and they stick them on the tell lies to your vision, right? Your TV, and then you're sitting there glued to this tell lies to your vision, and it's giving you what does it give you? Programs. Come on, for fuck's sake. It's programming you, and it's telling you it's programming you. Oh, let's go and watch a program. Oh, yeah, okay. So get rid of like crap like that. Stop watching television. Okay, stop watching channels like mine. And like, start watching, like, get rid of everything to do with this lamestream media, and start really trying to connect with yourself, and then connect with like-minded souls, and then connect with source.
Absolutely. That's where the union is.
We're all quantum soup. We're all connected. There isn't anything in this world that exists that is not part of you, and that you're not part of it. Even the bad stuff. And the more bad stuff goes on, is because we're actually putting our own manifestation onto it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, this is the thing. I got a friend called Callie Spell. I did a talk with her, and we were chatting, and I actually said, when they're putting these things on, when they do these, they send these, what do they call it out? The programs again, like The Simpsons. And again, isn't it amazing that The Simpsons predicted this was going to happen? They're not predicting anything.
They're right.
What they're doing is they're actually giving you stuff to think about, so all of the collective manifests it. They're putting it into your mind, so you manifest it because you're thinking about it. Oh, the world's going to end. Oh, right. I wish it fucking would sometimes. But, whatever happens to me, I don't care. I know I'm going home, so it's going to be great. Doesn't matter. There's certainly nothing to fear. But you know what I mean? It's like the manifestation is the power. So don't watch the tell lies to your vision. Don't read the screws paper, right? You stay away from all that crap and then live like, as you're trying to actually connect and then be kind to everybody.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we are 100% manifesting every moment of every day. This world, we are manifesting it physically every moment of every day. You are a manifesting machine. What you are manifesting is the question. Because whether you're manifesting the shit or whether you're manifesting what you want, you are manifesting this 100% of the time you are here. That's all you are. You're just
so powerful, aren't you?
Yeah.
And people don't realize it, how when you're doing your words, and your words have so much power because you are always casting spells for good or bad, even if you don't know it.
Yeah. Always projecting, always receiving. We are, like I say, that soup. We are feeding each other, but because we're being fed this big bowl of dog shit from above, we are all feeding each other dog shit down below and creating this. So as I say, as we become more aware, as we realize what energy we are putting out into the world, what correlations are going on up here and out there, what are you actually manifesting, what are you creating in your world? And then you go, oh fuck, maybe I am, maybe this is what I'm doing, maybe this is coming in because I'm thinking this way. Your subconscious mind doesn't kind of process it, just puts out what you believe, and believe. So a belief is just a well-practiced thought. And a well-practiced thought will then, as I say, become your reality. So we start to train ourselves in what we are actually thinking, what mental bullshit's going on up here. The candy floss is what is what that is. And that the candy floss is other people's bullshit, the shit that other people have put on you from being born and thinking that you're significant little human baby in this world. Then you go around to all the parents and the grandparents and all the family members. They're all going through their shit, so you're picking up their shit as you're going through it. And we just need to clear that. We need to realize that we are the powerhouse that creates reality, and then we step into that power of co-creation.
Absolutely. I love it. So anyway, the events that we're looking at for, I mean, if you ever get the chance to go along to Timemouth, do, because it's a beautiful little town. The actual metro station is what they call it now. The market on there is a Saturday and Sunday. And if you get the chance, go along anyway. Even if Paul's not there, go along. It's brilliant. Probably go in the winter when he's not off gallivanting. Get a nice warm coat on. But, the events that we've got coming up, or Paul's got coming up, is 6th and 7th of April, which is at the Newcastle Racecourse. And you can check that out at lysianevents.org. I'll put it in the description, as well as hansr4healing.com when you go and check Paul's website out. But we'll put a link into his Facebook as well. And, make sure you make contact there. All right. Brilliant guy, very spiritual, fantastic healer, and an all-around good guy. Okay. So last words from yourself before we go?
No, I think that's been a pretty awesome session. As I say, for me, it's just now integrating all of those bits of wisdom that you have, all of the legal stuff for me, because I've gone through a tough kind of 3D version of this reality. My dyslexia, filling forms, stuff like that, really bad. So now approaching that and looking for help and asking for help from the universe to bring things in, it just helps solidify that thing, and having help from yourself to actually go, do you know what? This isn't right. Let's do it the way it should be done. Now that to me is the next relevant step. And for anyone watching that obviously doesn't know about this, then please do look into it.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much. And
thank you so much.
I hope everyone enjoyed that. Absolutely brilliant session, brilliant chat. So take care, everybody.
Take care.
I'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
See you later.